What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with a new moon in Aries coming up in Aries season. So it's a beautiful new chance, a new opportunity, a fresh beginning that is coming for us. I apologize for my tapering off in readings and my channel and everything. I was sick for a week and I just rested. So for those of you that have been super patient with me, just thank you. I really truly appreciate you guys. It means the world to me. So today we are going to go ahead and get into this pick a card reading, guys. It is going to be all about fresh starts, new beginnings, what you guys can expect from these new beginnings, and really what they are. Like, what are they? You know, we're nosy. Let's get into it, guys. With that being said, guys, just knowing that if you interact with the channel in any one way, shape, or form, that is a free way to support the channel as well as to connect me with you energetically. The subscribe button is down below in the corner over there with the bell right next to it. Set that so that you guys always know when the next video does go live. And if you guys are interested in supporting the channel a little bit further than that, or if you're interested in getting a personal reading, that will always be linked down below in the description box. That's where you guys can find it. And I do just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who has liked, shared, commented, subscribed, who has donated, is thinking about donating, who has gotten a personal reading, or who is thinking about getting a personal reading. You guys have truly made such a difference in my life, and I'm so honored to be in this space with you guys. And as always, I want to send a shout out to my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. As always, it's an honor, a blessing, a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you happen to watch fall upon your heart in a way that remind you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power, and to make the decisions that serve your highest journey in this here, now, here moment. Now, you guys will notice a little bit different display with the camera. I'm just trying something new, trying to give myself a little bit more room. Also, give you guys a better view, okay? So, let's go ahead and get into the shuffle part of it, guys. See what's going on for you in this Aries New Moon source for the collective. What do they need to know? What fresh starts are coming for my collective in this Aries full moon? What fresh starts are coming for the collective? And what would you like to tell them about these fresh starts, source? What fresh starts are coming for the collective? Pick a pile 1, 2, and 3. And what would you like to tell them about these fresh starts, source? What fresh starts are coming from my collective? Pick a pile 1, 2, and 3. You guys might hear some equipment going around. They're, I guess, grooming the rocks. I don't know what it's called, but where we're at is there's a whole bunch of rocks on the ground. And so after it's really windy or it rains, they take this machine and they, like, rake the rocks so they look all nice. And that's what you guys might hear in the background is I have no control over that, guys. I apologize. It's really loud. Windows open or closed. It doesn't matter. It's just a really loud machinery. So... and it drives around like a garbage truck. So, source, what fresh starts are coming for my collective, and what would you like them to know about those fresh starts? What messages do you have for my collective? Pick a card 1, 2, and 3. And what would you like them to know about these fresh starts? Okay, thank you. Fresh starts for my collective. Pick a card 1, 2, and 3. And what would you like them to know about this fresh start? Okay, so for pile 1, what fresh start is coming for pile number 1, source? Wow. Okay. Right off the bat, huh? Alright, what fresh start is coming for pile number 2? Okay, thank you. What fresh start is coming for pile number 3, source? What fresh start is coming for pile number 3? For this new moon in Aries. And I've got the energy set up right here, guys. You don't see these, this oracle deck. I only use these in my paid fors as a gift to you guys, to those of you that support me a little bit further than just the free reads, okay? Nothing against the free readings. You guys do still get the whole of the reading. So, alright, what else for pile number 2? Whoa, hold up. Hold up. Wait, that's too many, Source. I'm sorry. What else for pile number 2, Source? Okay, thank you. Okay, what else for pile number 3? Thank you. What else for pile number 1? Fresh starts for the new moon in Aries. Pile number 1. Fresh start for the new moon in Aries. Pile number 1. Thank you. Fresh starts, the new moon for pile number 2. Some exciting cards coming out, guys. Some exciting cards. Fresh starts for pile number 3. We'll do 4 cards today. Fresh starts for pile number 1. What else do they need to know, Source? Fresh starts for pile number 1. Pile number 1. Okay. Fresh starts for pile number 2. What else do they need to know, Source? Pile number 2. Fresh starts for the new moon in Aries. Thank you. And fresh starts for pile number 3. Excellent. They want it that way. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of coins reversed. We have the 8 of coins reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed with the Empress. Okay. So you guys left something behind. You guys had worked really hard on it and you left it behind and you're like, look, this is great and all. I put a lot of energy and effort towards it, but it just felt like it wasn't building. Like, it's like you guys gave your heart and soul to it and it just wasn't building. And honestly, in leaving this, you guys began to take back control of your life. It's like you guys, in this new moon, you guys are going to take back control of your lives. You're going to find some good balance. This is you balancing out the feminine energy, but it had to be you guys leaving something that was not working for you guys, right? And I feel like this is definitely work related, considering it is the coins cards coming out here. And it's something that you really cared about emotionally. You were invested in it and you put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's like building and building and building and building. And it's not like you guys, it's like it was hard for you to leave, but you knew you had to. It's like, because it's like pouring your heart and soul into something that just wasn't going anywhere. This was like a bottomless bucket. You guys just kept pouring into and pouring into, and you realize that the reason is because when you started building this, your mindset wasn't where it is today, right? So like you had ulterior motives to building what it is that you're building when you first started, but what you didn't expect along the way, collective, is that all of a sudden you fell in love with what it was that you're doing. Beyond love. Like you fell in love with it beyond what you could have ever imagined. And what that has created for you is the knowledge of how you want to approach it now. And you want to approach it as a goddess. You want to approach it as a queen. You want to approach it as the empress, as the highest of highs here. And you don't want it to be based on something solely for the benefit of yourself. You're realizing you got into it maybe to benefit yourself. And I know some of you guys are like, but that's not what I was telling everybody. And no, it wasn't. But internally, there's this energy coming through that it was just to benefit yourself. And after a while, maybe you helped a few people and all of a sudden it made you like alter the way that you see things, right? And because it made you alter the way that you guys see things, now you realize that's not how I want it to be. I want it to be more solid than how it was before. And so you guys are actually letting something go. And it's like, it's dissolving this. And this could be a mindset in regards to your money, what you feel like you deserve. This could be a business just that's evolved. It's something that you guys are letting go of and realizing that you have an opportunity to build something the way that you want to build it. That's beautiful. I mean, that's a really beautiful energy to have. Maybe starts out a little bit rough, but oftentimes God's rejection is God's protection, right? Or because we weren't able to be successful at one thing, it's because God is directing us to something that is better for us, right? Or source, or spirit. the universe, whatever you guys want to say. So, I don't know why I feel like I need to use this one. I feel like I need to use this one. I feel like I keep seeing this one. Okay. Everything gold today. Something about gold. So on pile number 1, I'm gonna put this keychain. It has my mom's name on it. Laura. It means a laurel or famous. Let's see if I can get that to. There we go. So this is pile number 1. For pile number 2, I'm gonna put this little heart pin. See if I can get it to face you guys. We'll do it like that. Okay. I know you guys are kind of far away now. And for pile number 2, I'm going to put this unicorn pin on. It was 11:11 on the clock when I said that. That's great. Great. All right. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Think about where you guys are at. Take a couple deep breaths. Close your eyes. And when you come back, whatever pile you're drawn to should be the pile to you. If you're drawn to more than one, there could be multiple messages in there for you guys, okay? If you do need more time, however, please feel free to take that, all right? So, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and move on. So pile number 1. What new fresh starts are coming? You guys, I forgot this card flipped over during the shuffle. So we've got the Star, we've got the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. Oh, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. We have the 6 of Wands reversed. Ooh, child. Okay, so what new starts coming? Hope. Hope. You guys are getting hope from somewhere. It's like you guys are realizing that what you thought should have been before, it just doesn't matter anymore. It's like maybe you expected somebody to be a certain way. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pause the video while that guy goes by. Okay, guys. I'm sorry about that. It's just that thing is so loud and there's nothing I can do about it. So, okay, yeah, you guys are having hope. Like before, there was this energy of like feeling like you weren't doing enough. Like there's this energy of feeling like emotionally you were drained and emotionally you were gone and spent. And it's interesting, if you guys happen to watch the mini reading at the beginning, it's kind of weird that these cards are actually kind of reiterating exactly what was said in that. So if you didn't and you feel called to do so, you know, definitely do that. If not, don't worry, I'll break it down for you guys. But there's this energy of greed that was following you here, like wanting to be in a certain position or a certain place or have a certain type of income or have a certain type of car or house or something like that. And it's almost as though you tied your emotional well-being to that, right? And what has happened is it's like you had to realize that this was not a way of living. And so with the Star here, it's interesting. I'm getting this energy that you actually had to go back into your past and figure out why you were thinking that, why you were believing that. Well, I had the hiccups. Why you were living like that. And there's something that happens to you or has happened or will happen that basically shows you that how you felt about money or how you felt about riches and wealth, it's going to be confirmed for you guys, and that's going to give you a newfound hope, like basically saying that money isn't everything, but it is. And so that's the new start. You guys are going to come up from a place of despair and upset and anguish, and you guys are going to have hope, you know. And it's interesting because I feel like there's been a lot of struggle for you along the way, and I feel like you're just wondering, is anybody ever going to see what it is that I'm offering? You know, and that could be at your job, that could be at home, that could be with your friends, that could just be with your family, but there's something that you feel like you're very special, and you are special, but you feel like you have this beautiful gift to offer, and it feels like you're just wondering, is anybody going to appreciate it? But you're realizing that there was an old action process that was being filtered by your emotions. So it's like basically you were only taking action towards your gift when you were triggered. And you're realizing that now. Like you're realizing, oh, like that was a trigger for me and that's why I would do this. That's a trigger for me and that's why I would do this. That's a trigger for me and that's why I would do this. But I don't want it to be like that anymore. I want to do it because I genuinely feel like my gift is special. I genuinely feel like my gift is a gift to give to others. And you want to give that to others. And you want to be there helping others. And you want, you know, you want that general good energy, that good. That's what I was going to say, that good, right? I feel like you guys maybe have experienced a lot of failed relationships with people who are very closed off emotionally. And that journey has brought you into a place of where you're realizing maybe you too were closed off to yourself emotionally, not to others. You were giving to others far too much. But you were realizing how closed off to yourself you were. And that's something that's changing. And that's something that's going to help bring you into a place of balance. So with the 5 here, I keep getting drawn to this 5 of Cups. Intriguingly enough, right? 5 is all about change. And when it's in the reverse, it means it's necessary to change in order to grow. And number 5 is like the number that breaks the number system, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you have 0. And it's like without the 0, right? Because 0 is technically the number of the universe. But you have 5, which breaks up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 5 is like the dividing place. It's like you can either make it or break it right there at 5. And I feel like that's what is going on here. It's like giving you an opportunity to either make it or break it on your journey. And that's been a really hard place for you because, you know, I'm drawing back to that why I had to pause the video at the beginning. There's a lot of noise that's around you. There's a lot of things that are going on around you. There's a lot of people who maybe are distracting you from yourself and distracting you from what it is that you're meant to do. And it's like that energy of like, if they could just see me for who I am. What else does pile 1 need to know? Yeah. I heard juggling resources when I put that, when I turned that over. Or well, I guess when it flipped over, because I didn't turn it over when it flipped over. Interesting. Look, we have the Emperor and the Empress, and the Empress is in reverse. And the Ace of Wands on the bottom here. With the Fool in the reverse and the Four of Coins. Yeah, okay. Exactly what I was saying. I'm going to put this over here. So, you're gaining clarity now on something that you were afraid to take, to journey towards. Again, it was like you were afraid to journey toward your own stability because it's almost like, what if I leave somebody behind? Or what if they don't see me for who I am? Or what if I become whoever I'm meant to become and, you know, I lose them? Right? Like there's all these fears that are attached to it. And what actually ended up happening is these people became the tricksters in your life, keeping you from doing what it is. They're being very nefarious towards you. It's like almost like they knew that you guys are very special. They knew that you guys have gifts, and you don't have to convince these people of whatever it is you're trying to convince them of, because they see it. Whether they say they see it or not, that doesn't matter. So the new start that you're getting is realizing that you already have within you the ability to be stable. But the problem is that they are watching your every move, and they don't want to face that. And that's the thing, like they don't want to face that you're capable of doing what it is that you're capable of doing, because that means that you've done something that they couldn't do. You've lived a life that they've maybe dreamt of their whole lives. And that's why I said in the beginning, when you started this, there's that energy that's coming out here that's saying, I'm doing this to, you know, with the Six of Wands, when it's in reverse, it's kind of an interesting energy. It talks about many, many things, but the one thing that stands out the most here for me in this moment is a deep-seated greed. right? But the greed isn't that you were necessarily all about the money. It was that you guys were just about proving yourselves. And that's what was so greedy in your soul. It was like, or in your emotional ego, excuse me, into your emotional ego. It's like you guys aren't normally greedy by nature. Like your soul is very loving and caring and kind and unattached. And that's just by nature, our soul. But your emotional ego, again, was being triggered by things that these people would say or do or be or how they would approach you. And they would do that constantly. They would act the same way. And they're very, like, that's the thing. You're the emperor in this story. And this other person is the empress in the reverse. And they're very repulsive. And why did I say repulsive? They could be very repulsive. That's very interesting that came out. They're very, impulsive was what I was trying to say here. Okay, they're very much in this energy of taking unnecessary risks, and they're in this energy of trying to be, they want to be you. They want to be the emperor. They want to be all-knowing. They want to be strong. They want to be powerful. They want to be a leader. But they can't even get their own energy right. And so because they don't know how, and they don't want to ask because they're too proud, right? And this is being in the mother wound. Like they've lost the nurturing somewhere to nurture themselves and to nurture their journey and to nurture what it is that they've done with themselves on their journey. And so instead they come as the wounded mother, which means I'm unable to nurture, I'm unable to support, I'm unable to give to those who are deserving of being given to, and I'm not able to give to myself. And so your new start is realizing this, right? Your new start is realizing this and realizing that you don't even have to pay attention to that. And when that came out and they said juggling resources, it's like you guys were using your resources to try and help this person. You guys were using your resources to try and convince this person of your destiny. So, you know, a story of mine is like I used to try and tell people, like, I can't make things up. Synchronicities, I can't make them up. But everywhere I go, like on my car odometer, like every time I park at my house, it always ends on a triple digit, or it ends on like 1010, or it ends on, do you see what I'm saying? And I would try to tell people that I'm like, look, I can't make this stuff up. Like I can't just make the car decide to do that. And I never go the same amount of distance. It's always a different distance. And it's like now it happens so often. Like today when I parked the car this morning, it was on 55.5. Like, and I just sat there and laughed about it. And instead of going about and saying what I normally say to people, hey, check this out, I can't make this up, I just let it be and just laughed and chuckled about it, because who's Source talking to? Source is talking to me. And that's what I feel like you guys are realizing here. It's like you don't have to try and prove yourself anymore, because Source has gone out of its way to prove that it's real to you. And you know it's real, and you know that the Creator exists, and you know that that divine love exists, and you know that all that you've been feeling is real. And yeah, it's exciting to share it with somebody here, but every time that you guys maybe shared it, and again, this is just an example to help you guys put the context in, okay? Every time you would share that with somebody, they would make you feel bad about it. And that's what Source is saying here. Like, you guys are finding hope in a place now where maybe once you didn't have hope, and you felt terrible about the fact that Source was talking to you, and you just wanted someone to share with, right? It's exciting to share the things that we're excited about with others. Of course it is. Like, it'd be silly not to be excited about it, right? Like, it would just be like, okay. But not everybody understands it the way that we do. Oh, hi, Mama. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop the card on you, baby. My dog's laying right next to me, and the card fell onto her. I love that we got number 4 coming out here for you guys. Yeah, oh my gosh, look at this. New love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. Number 26, which is number 8. And this is talking about ending karmic cycles and bring on the abundance, baby. Just bring it on. Bring it on, because you're worthy of what it is that you're asking for. You are worthy of it. So let's get one of these. Source, what else can we tell pile number 1? What else can we tell pile number 1? What else can we tell pile number 1? Okay. So definitely something foundational is coming through here for you guys. Protection, lioness. Look, and then connection and tarantula underneath that. And we have, look, 3, which is 21, 4, which is 13, and 44, jackal truth, all coming out together here. So we have 444 coming out together again. 4 is a very powerful number for you guys. But you guys are realizing that you're protected against these connections that just aren't serving you guys. Like, they're not helping you guys move on. They're not helping you guys gain clarity. They're not helping you on your journey. And so because of that, you guys are learning how to let go and not be affected. It's like you guys are learning how to become unattached to these people. Like, as much as you want them to be there on the journey with you, it's just realizing that now it's like, I don't have control over them. Yeah, reflection, winter solstice. Yeah, you guys have reflected on yourselves, right? It's like that. It's like, why don't they see me? But then it's almost like you guys had to realize, why don't you see you, right? What was I saying in the beginning about that? You guys have had failed relationships, and it's not because you guys aren't loving and caring, but because you guys weren't looking at yourselves. You guys weren't giving that to yourselves. It's like you guys were free willy-nilly, let me give it to everybody else and their mom. But when it came to loving yourselves, you guys just didn't do that. And that's what this journey is all about, learning to love yourself. And when you love yourself, then and only then can you be loved the way that you desire to be loved. Let's turn these over. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we got number 22, which again is 4, and it's a master number, the builder. We have learning, sacred ibis, or ibis, however that's said, and perspective, Milky Way. So let's talk about this one real quick. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. So it's like you said like I said in the beginning, like you guys were doing something and you had to walk away, and I feel like because there was some restriction towards it, and whether that's a business venture or a job position or even a family or friend, whatever it was, guys, it could even be a lover. It's just like you guys were feeling restricted, and instead of restricting yourselves to it, you guys are letting yourselves be free and come up into this place of purity, right? The unicorn represents purity, and we have the rainbow on this card with the peacock feathers. You're talking about coming into alignment and prosperity. The swans, which represent everlasting love, but I feel like this isn't everlasting love in the sense of love, romantic love. This is everlasting love of being connected directly with source. Why? Because you guys have walked through the gateway. You guys are learning new things. You guys are learning how to be. You guys are learning how to become yourselves. And that is becoming and proving to be a very powerful place for you guys. And so you're learning to walk through that doorway. And this is also some spiritual learning that has impressed upon you guys this exact situation that was maybe holding you back. Like, I feel like this energy over here has absolutely been an anchor in your journey. And so it's caused you to change your perspective. What we were talking about with the star in the beginning, finding new hope, being the light in the darkness. You guys are realizing that there is no overcoming darkness, but only becoming the light. And so it's like you guys are learning that. And as you learn that, you guys are shedding light on your own situation, which is helping you to change your perspective, which is helping you guys to let go of that old energy. When people who like this come into your life, you're no longer trying to prove to them who you are. You're just allowing yourself to be unapologetically you. And so your fresh start in this new moon in Aries is literally just allowing yourself to become who you are. You know, you have Aryan energy, which is all about independence and bravery and passion. And, you know, we have Aryan energy coming out with the Emperor here. And it's just such a beautiful thing because there's nothing quite like Aries, right? Like, I have grown up around Aries, but when it comes to Aries, like, Aries are all about starting things in such a unique way. And they're so passionate and brave. It's like it rubs off on you guys. And so I feel like that's the energy that you guys are coming up to. When you talk about moon energy, not only is it about connecting with your intuition, the moon is about being nurturing to yourself and your emotional self, to yourself and others, right? And nurturing to others is not something that you struggle with. This has been nurturing of self. It's like, again, that need to show everybody your gift. And now you're realizing, you're like, my gift is my gift, regardless if people believe it or agree in it. You know, like, it doesn't matter. It's still my gift. It still exists. It's still always going to be there. And there's nothing that's going to stop that. And so I might as well just allow myself to relish in my gift and be honest with myself, rather than to sit here and try and hope that other people are going to give me the same kind of love and you know, admiration that I'm asking for. It's like, you got to give that to yourself. And so you guys are really coming up into a very spiritual time, and whatever's next is new. Whatever's coming next is very new. So enjoy that and really like sit in that, because in that newness, you guys are going to experience a whole new world. A whole new world. What is it? A new fantastic point of view. Now we're way up here. It's crystal clear. Right? Like, you guys are coming into this beautiful place. I don't know why I don't know all the words to that. I really just didn't know. But yeah, you guys are really coming into this wondrous place. You have to relish in that. And so the new start for you guys, it's like Source is just basically saying, whatever's next, don't worry about it. Just sit and be happy in being hopeful, and be happy in being who you are, and be happy in what it is that you're going to experience, knowing that just because outside situations are not doing what you want them to, that doesn't have any change into who you are. It's kind of weird, guys. I think that these are twins across the way here. I'm pretty sure they are. They're much older though. They're like teens. They're like young teens over here, and they're playing at the park, and they're twins. One of them's in a red shirt, one of them's in a blue shirt, and they look very identical. So I don't know why, but I feel like I have to mention that on here. They're just having a good time. They're teen boys. They're just having a good time with each other. Just, you know, it's good to see older kids, and I feel like that's kind of something that you guys need to do too, is just remember that life isn't all about being serious all the time. It's okay to play. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to have fun. Because that's what life is. We get to live, and we get to enjoy, and then we move on. And that's why you guys are coming into this beautiful, new, hopeful place. So enjoy that. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope that helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I just really appreciate your guys' time and being here with me. It's just such an honor. And as always, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2, for those of you that chose this little heart. It's for you. What new start is coming for you in this Aries New Moon? We've got the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Chariot. We have the Magician. And we have the Page of Wands. This is wonderful, actually. Y'all were some really cloudy, negative energy for a while. You guys were unclear about what to do, where to move, where to go. It was like you guys were basing all your emotions and your actions on a past situation. You know, it was like basically what you were seeing with your eyes was determining how you guys approached life, and you really let that be a determining factor for you. And suddenly, it was like, I could be afraid. This is the energy coming through, guys. I could keep being afraid of that. Or I can choose to make a decision and choose a direction. And that's what you did, you know. And the Chariot in my deck really talks about spiritual enlightenment. And it talks about spiritual advancement. And it talks about not just a decision to be made and victory to be had, but this is like literal movement into your spiritual path. And that's what it is. It's like you're like basically got an idea, and it was like that idea kind of freaked you out a little bit, and you're just kind of like thinking about things from the past, like oh, you know, like, well, in the past it didn't work out, in the past this, in the past that, in the past this, in the past that. And then what ended up happening is, like, you guys just basically said, look, I'm not going to let that be a determining factor anymore. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to have hope. And, you know, I love that the Chariot is connected with Cancerian energy. It's like learning how to be the mother and the supporter to yourself. And I feel like that's exactly what's coming through here. You guys are learning how to nurture and nourish yourselves in a way that maybe you hadn't been able to before. And that is creating this beautiful energy around you. And I feel like before you guys didn't know how. Okay, like with the Ace of Swords here, it's giving me this energy, but how? How am I going to move on? How am I going to do that? How is that going to work out? And it was like, finally you guys are like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about the how. I'm just going to take action, and I'm going to set forth because I know I'm worthy of what it is that I desire. And there's this energy of being able to overcome a stalemate. It's like being stuck in a position of just not sure what you're going to do, and you guys overcame that, and you make this decision during this Aries full moon, or excuse me, Aries new moon, with flair. That's what I heard, with flair, with style. You guys just move into it, and you guys realize that everything you needed, you had all along. It was just emotionally, maybe you weren't up to it yet. I mean, emotionally, maybe you weren't giving yourself the credit that you deserved, and emotionally, maybe you weren't in a place where you were open-hearted enough to receive the blessings this source is trying to give to you. And because of that emotional setback, that kind of put you in your head of, should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? And what ended up happening is, it's like, you know what? This is what I want to manifest, and I'm going to take action towards it. And you guys definitely feel very new at what it is that you're doing, even though there's still experience there. There's definite sense of experience coming through. However, the new direction that you're taking with whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you'd like to have in your life, you guys you feel very, like, you just again, it's just so new. It's just not, it's like you guys are moving forward, but it's slow because you guys just feel like, wow, like I've not done it like this before. So I don't know, maybe at work you guys are marketing. Okay, this is just an idea, and you've marketed the way that the company has wanted you to market for forever. And now all of a sudden you realize, you're like, well, yeah, that's worked and we've had success with this marketing, but I have this great idea and I want to try and pitch it to the company. And so you guys go and, again, that energy of like, well, how are they going to take it? How are they going to see it? How am I going to do it? And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? All I can do is try, right? And so you tried and you went and pitched your idea to the company, and the company's like, yeah, let's do it. You know, you're marketing for a reason. We hired you in marketing for a reason. Again, this is just an example, guys. I want to hear you. I want to see you shine. And so now you guys are trying to move forward with this idea, and it's just so new and it's so different from what it is that you've done in the past, that you guys are just kind of like, wow, like it's kind of a sense of freedom, and you're not quite sure, but you know that you have to move forward with it, and you know that moving forward is going to give you some sense of direction as well, right? And so overall, beautifully, this strength is coming through, and you guys are receiving some sort of karmic closure here. And I feel like that karmic closure is you guys being unsure of yourselves, being uncertain of where you're headed, and being uncertain of the things that you have going on for you. What else do they need to know? Pile 2. I didn't draw this many for pile 1, but they want me to, and you guys, so I'm just going to go with it. Alright. What do we got on the bottom? We have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Death reversed, and the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, exactly. I love this. I love that these came out. Like, you guys are afraid to take action because people in the past, you've rushed in to try and change things, right? You've rushed in, and you've given so much. You've given your all, but what you realize is you gave so much of yourself and nobody gave back to you. And it's like now you're in a position where you can give to yourself and still give to others and not be so drawn. Like I keep seeing somebody buttering toast and like too little butter for too much toast. You know, like spread thin. And now you guys have an opportunity to do that. And it's like, and people were cold towards you. I feel like people were just kind of ruthless and mean and unpredictable towards what it is that you wanted to do. And I feel like the reason being is because you guys are so bright and you guys are so gifted and talented, and you guys have this wondrous energy about you. Like you guys are truly in a very high vibrational energetic field, and you guys have so much to offer everybody, and it's because you guys are tapped in to the universal potential. And because of that, like that kind of brings out the demons in others. And again, it's like, how are they going to take it? And it's like your uppers, or whoever that is in your life, this could be a love interest, it could be anything really, but whoever this is, it's like you were afraid of how they would take it. And when you guys take that step, if you haven't already, you're going to realize they're going to take it a lot better than you thought, because they're not the people from the past, right? They're not this cold energy from the past. They're going to accept you for who you are in this time, because you are learning to accept yourself for who you are. And that's what's been hard in the past. Yeah, nobody had anything to give you. Nobody had anything to offer you. Look at that. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And literally, to be honest, this did fall out on top of the Ace of Swords. But I know why they want it here. I understand. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so in the past is like there's a lot of impracticality and worry about money, and maybe like it's like, oh, well, what if I pitch this and they fire me? Okay, again, this is just an example. You guys take it as it resonates for your situation, but it's like, what if I say this and then I lose everything? Or what if I do this and then, you know, like I'm not going to be where I was once? Well, you're never going to be where you once were. And the reason being is because you're different than you once were, right? I hear that Toby Keith song. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good yet as I'll ever be. Right? I think that's how it goes, or as I ever was. Anyways, that might resonate for you guys. If you know what I'm talking about, you can definitely put it down in the comments. But it's like you guys rushed forward in a situation in the past. You rushed forward and you didn't have all your ducks in a row. And because of that, like it's like you ran into a lot of people who just didn't appreciate what it is that you have, what it is that you can offer, and that scarred you. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Wow. Yep. So, sneezes of confirmation, right? But that's the thing, it's like you guys just didn't have everything for yourself. It wasn't even for the other people involved. It was just kind of like, almost like taking action because other people were meddling with your mindset, right? And so all of a sudden it's like you guys got an inspiration, you got an idea, you got some clarity in a situation, you guys got a gift of knowledge, and you decide to take motion with it. And you're like, look, I'm going to move forward with it, and I'm going to manifest it. I'm not going to manifest it because I want money. Okay, I'm not going to manifest it because I want to be greedy. I'm going to manifest it because I truly enjoy doing it. I truly enjoy being involved in it. I truly like what I'm doing, and I realize that I'm capable of doing it. And then your guys' it's like almost like because these people were cold to you in the past, these people were ruthless, these people were a certain way, or these people took advantage of you in the past. That's what's turning your guys' fortune at this time with the new moon in Aries. We're kicking off the season of the start of the season of the zodiac, spring season, all about new growth. You know, I look outside and the trees are finally budding. It's like you guys have this opportunity to be something you want to be and that you've always wanted to be, without the influence of other people. And without the influence of people who have no idea what it is that you're capable of. And it has nothing to do with money, and you know that. And you know that it has nothing to do with money. And you know that it has nothing to do with greed. And you know that before you were finding a way to do this because you wanted to be stable, you wanted to have money, you wanted to be in a higher position place, you wanted to have the title, you wanted to have the status, you wanted to have all that. But now you're like, you know what, screw all that. I just want to show my talents and what I'm worth and who I am. And that's what's turning your fortune, is because these other people who told you that you wouldn't be anything unless you had money, unless you had this title, unless you had this status, you realize that's not what it is. It's like basically, get the hell out my face. Get out my face, fool. Get out my face. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions is number 49. Okay, and I love this because it's talking about transformation, but every time I hear this, or I see this, I always hear actions speak louder than words. And so that's exactly it. It's like people talk a lot to you. They run their mouth a lot to you, especially this Ace of Swords in the reverse. They run their mouth a lot to you. They're like, hey, pile two, you know, you should do this because of this, or you should do that because of this, or you should do this because of this, or I don't believe in you, and I don't think that you should do it like that. I don't think you should do, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what are they doing? Are any of them doing the same thing that you're doing? Probably not. Probably not. They're not, right? Look, happiness, number 42, dolphin, happiness, and stability, sea turtle with that. Look at this, guys. Look, I love this. She's pregnant on the dolphin, and then there's a little baby on top of the turtle here. Come on, guys. It's like you guys are learning how to do something new, but for yourselves, like in a much more stable way. And what did I say? Like, you're being authentic, and we have authenticity with Wolf here. Yeah, you guys are learning how to bring stability through your authentic journey. Like, you guys have something beautiful to offer. But you had to get out of this mindset that was so cloudy and shady and you know, and again, it could be because of worry. And I love that we have a lot of solar plexus energy being present here, and that's talking about taking action. You guys just, it's almost like doing without thinking. It's like you guys heard an inspiration and now you're taking action. You know, and at the beginning, if you guys saw when I was picking things for the piles, everything today was gold for some reason. And I feel like that's why. It's because Aries are all about action. They're action-oriented, ruled by the solar plexus chakra. You know, nature, because it's ruled by fire, right? And you guys get to express that. You guys get to experience that, which is actually a beautiful thing. We want this one. Yeah, power, lightning, duality, right? Like you guys have learned the duality. It's like basically if someone says you shouldn't, you're like, and why? It's like not being caught up in the material realm anymore. Like I said, it's not about money. It's like, how does it make you feel? And you're worried more about how it makes you feel rather than what you get from it. Because making you feel happy, that's you getting something from it, right? Yes, I love this. Okay. So we have number 1. And 1 is all about having faith in a situation. We have listen with your heart. You're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. And honestly, it's interesting that that is coming out first here on this energy here. And I feel like this is, yes, you need to listen to yourself with a loving heart, but I really feel like this is how people treat you. They don't really listen to you, right? And it's interesting because this could be you needing to listen and open your heart more, but I feel like the reason people don't listen to you is because for so long, you needed approval from others, and you needed approval to seek that which was that you desired. And now you're realizing that, you know what, if they're not going to hear me, I'm going to hear myself. And that's what it is. And so you guys definitely came into this place of being okay with what is in front of you guys. And so you listen to your intuition. We have 37, which is 10. So 1 is a very powerful number for pile 2. We have cat intuition. Right? Listening to your intuitive knowing, those insights. Like you guys got that insight and you just took it and you took action without thinking about it. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? But it's like now you guys realize that there's a lot more to this than what was going on before. And now you guys are getting downloads from source. The ceremony invocation here. It's like you guys are getting insight and downloads from source left and right. And it's like, wow, if I had only done this sooner, but that's what source is saying here. It's like there is no sooner. Like you did it exactly when you were meant to, because it was only coming into the realization that none of these people were listening to you. Right? So it's like, again, I keep using like a job situation, but that's what keeps coming through here. So I definitely feel like this is a work-related thing. It does not have to be. You take it to your situation as works for you. However, it's like I feel like with you guys, it was definitely something that you're surrounded by a bunch of people, and it's like you're trying to be heard and nobody was hearing you. And it's like when you finally realize that it didn't matter. It didn't matter if they heard you or not. What mattered is that you heard yourself. And what did you want to do for yourself? Not what you wanted to do so you could appear a certain way. And again, like I was saying, that marketing idea, it was like, it was scary. How? And that's what kept coming through for you guys. It's like when people would give you insight or ideas, when people would, you could see the how, because it wasn't your idea, it was theirs, right? That's people trying. Look, truth. I can't make this up. I split the deck and we have 44 truth coming out. Yeah. So Source saying you're seeing other people's ideas, you're seeing how it works out, and that's why it was easy for you guys to do that. It was easy for you to do what they were telling you to do because it was theirs and you could find a workaround. But then I'm sure other people took accountability for everything that you did. You showed up and you did the work, and they're like, oh yeah, that was me, that was all me. Oh, pile 2, they didn't know what they were doing because I'm the one that gave them that idea. And then they were just saying, like, maybe they didn't even give you any credit at all. And it was just hard because it's like, you're like, why aren't they being there for me, right? Like, why aren't they doing that? And it was like, when you guys got an idea, all you could ask is how do I have that? And so with number 1 coming out as a repeat number for you here, even in the Oracle, saying to have faith in Source, because it's not up to us to worry about the how, it's up to you to worry about taking action. And so finally you guys got into this place of like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna try this idea that I have and see where it goes. Like, isn't that really all you can do? But what happened is you guys tried it and you realized it makes you a lot happier than doing what everybody else was doing. Like, because you have something unique, you have something perfect and wonderful to offer, and it's not gonna be like anybody else, right? And that's the thing, you have to realize there is nothing new, there is only things that are different. And that's what's going on here. You guys are realizing you have something different to offer. And that's good. So keep leaning into that. Keep honoring yourself and keep doing what works for you, because that's the new beginning that you guys are getting. This new fresh start. It's about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you and your stability and what it is that you desire from life and what it is that you want out of life. And I think this is a new place for you guys because it's been so easy to do what everyone else has wanted you to do. And now you guys are finding how to do things for yourself. And it's almost uncomfortable when you start, like, for real. But when you get into the thick of it, then you guys find that it was what you needed all along. All right? I hope that helps. Thank you so very much for those of you that made it to the end with me here. I really appreciate you guys. You're super, super amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below so that way you always know when the next video does go live. It also helps me to connect with your energy, guys. And I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. So for those of you that chose this unicorn, you know, I love unicorns. They're a sign of purity, cleansing, innocence. I've always loved unicorns my whole life. You know, my uncle, when I was a little girl, he drew me a picture. I wish I still had it. I don't, though, because it was in my storage when I lost my storage. But my uncle, he was a great drawer, and he drew me a picture of unicorns and Pegasuses all together. It was one of my favorite things. So I don't know why I'm telling you that. I just feel like I have to. So we've got the sun in the upright. All right. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. Okay. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. Okay. Wow. And the 8 of Swords upright. Karmic cycles. Karmic cycles are being shown to you. Something, we've got 8, 8, and 10, 10. Okay, so those could be numbers that show up in your life a lot. You could see them, you know, 10, 10 is a path of purpose, right? Being on your path of purpose. 8 is all about abundance and karmic cycles. What goes around comes around, those things. You guys, something is being shown to you. I feel like the sun is absolutely being highlighted here for it to be the first card out. And I feel like it's highlighting because it's showing you all of this. It's showing you where you guys had fear. It's showing you guys where you had a lot of anxiety. It's showing you where you guys were trying to control a lot of things in your life. It's showing you where you guys were fighting and exhausting yourselves. Sorry, the AC just turned on, guys. It's kind of loud, so I apologize. I cannot do anything about that. It was showing you guys where you were exhausting yourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. And maybe with people around you too, like, you know, you guys were constantly trying to prove yourself, to prove your worth. That's definitely been an underlying thing here. And so your guys' fresh new start here is confidence and being courageous in your life and being free to do the things that you wish to do and really like leaning into that. And that's actually helping you guys find your path of purpose and what it is that you're going to be giving to the world around, right? You guys are listening to what you want. You're no longer doing what others want. And this, with the sun here, is telling me that not only are you listening to your higher self, you're also asking for guidance from source, and you're letting that guidance be real with you. Like, it's basically like when that guidance comes through, you're like, okay, I trust that. Like, before, maybe you would question it for a while. You'd be like, I don't know, you'd steal about it. And maybe you guys wouldn't take it. Like, you know, maybe an old idea has been re-sparked for you guys. And you're like, wow, you know, I had that idea like last year or 2 years ago. And I just didn't think it was going to be worth it because it felt like it was going to be a lot to go through. I heard, it was weird. The reason I stopped is because I heard making mountains out of molehills. That's what I heard. And that's why I stopped, because it was so loud. It just cut me off. And I was just kind of like, whoa, okay. So yeah, I feel like you guys were trying to make mountains out of these molehills, these inspiration molehills that Source was giving you, or God, or the universe, or whatever, guys. And you guys were just kind of like nervous, and it nerve-wracked you, and it put you in this place of like, no, I have to control the outcome. I have to control the outcome. I have to control what's best for me. I have to do what's best for me. And it's like Source is trying to tell you that's fine, but you have to really do what's best for you. And what you weren't realizing is what was best for you. What you thought was best for you was actually what you thought was best for everyone else. So it's kind of like this twisted energy of like you only doing things because you thought that that's what you had to do, when in reality that's not what you had to do. You just had to take a step back and do something that was more like you, right? More suited to your taste, more, you know, more of like your energy in this. And I feel like before it was like you guys were just so afraid. You weren't putting in enough effort, or you weren't putting in enough of this, or you weren't doing enough of that, that you guys were literally exhausting yourselves, giving 120, 130, or shoot, let's just say it, 1,000%. You guys are giving 1,000%, hoping that people are going to see how much you're giving, and no one gave, and no one gave, and no one gave, and no one gave, but you gave. And now you guys are like, wait a second, what do I really want to do? And this question has finally like opened up your eyes to the fact that what you're doing maybe just isn't suiting you. And it's strange because I get this deep sense of relief. It's like you guys are finally relieved. It's like I can breathe again. And it's like this energy of maybe it's not about doing, it's about being. And that's what I keep feeling. It's like you guys are learning how to become. And it's in that energy that it's just kind of like you're realizing that you guys were giving so much of yourself that you never let yourself see how tired you were. It's like basically when you guys were tired, or basically when you guys were exhausted, you would fill that up with control, or you would fill that up with worry, or you would fill that up with concern, and you would just kind of like charge forward and be 1,010% again, and then you would get even more tired. And it's like when you feel tired, you know, maybe you'd rest for half a day, but you didn't really rest because you're just kind of filling that rest time with things that you could do towards whatever it was that you're building, or whatever it is that you have going on. It could be a relationship, you know, I feel like they're saying a relationship here, or a work situation, but in this I feel like it's a relationship. Maybe you guys are just trying to make a relationship better, right? You're just trying to make it better, trying to see how it can be evened out. And it's like, I have control over it because, you know, I can fix them. I can fix them. And it's like Source is saying, but you trying to fix them is leaving you weary. It's leaving you tired. It's leaving you beat. It's leaving you gone to the wind. And so something happens that sheds light on it for you, that sheds clarity on it for you, that basically opens it up to you so that you're like, wow, like this whole time I was fighting, but what was I fighting for? So, I mean, if it is a person, again, that's the example that they're giving me here. If it was a person, maybe this person actually showed you their true colors, you know? It's interesting. So we had 10 come out again on top of 10. Yeah. What else do you want them to know, Source? What else would you like pile 3 to know? More information for pile 3. Wow, okay. Oh, okay. I'm not taking that whole stack, but... well, okay. I will. I will. They won't let me put it back, so whatever. Look at that. Yeah, you guys are getting confidence. It's like you guys are looking at the situation now from a different perspective altogether. It's like not necessarily even a higher perspective. It's just different than the way you saw it before. It's like, if it was you trying to fix somebody, it's like finally you got to this breaking point where it's like, man, the only person that I can fix is myself. And if this person doesn't want to grow, I can't change that. I cannot change that. So we had the, I'm going to lay these out here, guys. We had the King of Swords in the reverse. We have the Fool in the reverse. And then we have the Knight of Wands in the upright. So there's a story here, and I understand why they wanted me to lay it out the way they wanted me to lay it out. Okay. Here's the deal, guys. Like, you're seeing something else for what it truly is. You're seeing that somebody's been trying to manipulate you. You're seeing that somebody is trying to trick you into doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Like, you know, maybe you guys, so I don't know why they're giving me this example, but your health, right? You guys are really focusing on being healthy. Like, that's been a really thing for you in the new year. And maybe it wasn't the new year, but maybe it was just like, you know, you guys just want to focus on your health, and you're like taking the steps to do that. So maybe you're eating more salads, or you're eating more greens, or you're trying to eat out less. Like, you're trying to cook home meals and stuff like that. And this person just kind of, every time you ask them to help you cook or whatever it is, they're like, no, let's just go out. Let's just do this, or let's just do that. And it's like almost like sabotaging your efforts. And it's not even seeing this for a higher perspective, because I feel like when this person does this, or when they have done this in the past, you would just kind of fold and be like, yeah, you know what, you're right. Like, we don't have enough time to cook tonight. Like, let's just go ahead and go out. Like, you know, hey, you order the pizza, I'll make the dessert, or whatever. And you're realizing now that it wasn't this person, it was how much effort you were putting towards this person. And so that's the new beginning that you guys are getting, is that you guys are going to shift that energy back towards yourself. And it's actually such a beautiful thing, because we have the 10 of Coins coming out in the upright. And you guys actually build a beautiful foundational energy here that brings you into such an abundant place. Like, if it is your health, you guys are going to maintain and achieve the health that you want. If it's a love situationship, you guys are going to manifest the love that you desire. If it's a business situationship, whatever it is, you guys are going to manifest it just by you guys realizing that you were giving so much and trying. It's like almost like desperation. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh. It's just, I didn't know that was going to come out, and that's what they were saying. It's just desperation. It's like, and I understand this energy 100%. Like, you're desperate for people to see you. And in that desperation, you give every ounce of yourself, and you give nothing back to yourself. And the idea of a people pleaser comes to mind here. And these people, or this person, they know that no matter what they do, what they say, how they act, or if they even show up for you, they know that you're going to show up. They know that you're going to show up. They know that you're going to do whatever it is that they want. And they know that you're going to continue to be in this energy. And you guys still continue to show up. You guys still continue to put in this effort, But something changes and you guys see that and you realize, you're like, wait a minute. If I gave to myself as much as I gave to all these other people, where would I be? Hello, baby, you'd be this King of Wands. You ain't touching you now, okay? Ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on the groove. Right? So you guys become untouchable, and you guys this is the new beginning for you. This is a new beginning. You guys are going to come up into a space of just truly understanding yourselves and what it means for you to give to yourself. What that means. And so you guys begin to see people that are deceiving. You guys begin to see people who want you to move backwards because they're intimidated by your progress. And what do? You move away from them. You move on. You take action for yourself. You don't let them hold you back. You don't let them hold you down. You don't let them do anything. You guys move on and forward and up and out, and you guys do what's best for you. And it's like, because of that, you guys bring in some sense of foundational energy towards yourself. Look at this, guys. I cannot make this stuff up. I love this. We have the Justice reversed. We have the 2 of Coins reversed. We have the 10 of Swords again reversed. But underneath that, we have the 7 of Coins upright. And that's exactly what it is. It's like you guys realize you were judging them for treating you a certain way when you were treating yourself that way. Okay, like a bigoted energy is coming through here. It's like being a bigot is somebody, you see somebody do something and you judge them, but you also do that same thing. So it's like they weren't appreciating you, but you were judging them because they weren't appreciating you, and you weren't appreciating yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what's coming through here, and you guys are realizing that. And you guys are learning how to juggle multiple things all at once. It's like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to move away from that and work on myself. I'm going to move away from judging this person and let them be, and I'm going to work on myself because I'm exhausted. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Right? It's like you guys are just like, I'm done with that energy. And then what ends up happening is you get inspired to do something outrageous for yourself. Like this to me is telling me you guys go from not giving yourself enough self-care to you totally change your life. And again, like I was saying, if it's health related, you guys get the body you want. You guys, get the looks that you want. You guys change your look. You guys change everything about yourselves, and you actually obtain this energy, but it's outrageous. It's non-conformity. It's outside of the box, and everybody's like, whoa, holy crap, what did you do? Like, if you're trying to lose weight, you don't do it like most people do by jogging on a treadmill and going to the gym. Maybe you go out and you dance in the park for an hour every day, or maybe you swim, but you do like synchronized swimming, or you do choreographed swimming or something like that. Like, it's outrageous. Like, it's something that you absolutely love. And it changes every aspect of who you are. And people are just like, wait, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't matter if it makes sense. Like, none of that matters if it makes sense, because that's how you guys bring in balance for yourself and get away from these judgmental people and get away from these people that are trying to, I love how that card shifted this card over here. These people are trying to step on you. These people are trying to create a lot of mayhem for you. We have physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. We have 47, which is 11. You guys are spiritually growing. And maybe you guys begin to become the romantic lover to yourself, okay? And I know this kind of sounds weird, but it's like you guys learn what it is that, okay, so have you guys ever seen those sensual classes, like sensual yoga or the orgasm for women? Like, okay, and I'm not trying to gross anybody out or anything like that. Like, I'm really not, but there's like these classes where they actually teach you how to become aroused and turned on just by the way that you touch yourself or by the way that you treat yourself. Like, there's these types of courses that do this, and it's weird because I've not actually studied this. I've not actually done anything with these, And but for that to be the example that's coming through, it's almost like that's what this made me think of. Like you guys are coming into this place of being able to attune spiritually into your body in such a way that you haven't before, and that brings you into this place of where people are just in awe. They're just like, wow, look at you, pile 3. Like, you've done something so wonderful with yourself. Like, how did you do it? And it's like, you just don't even want to tell people anymore, because like, why should I tell you? You know, when I was trying to help you, you didn't want my help. You just kind of like, you know, you basically walked all over me and this, that, and the other. And it's like, you were manipulative. You had nothing nice to say, and now you want my help. And it's like, you guys just realize you don't have to. Yeah, these people are, they're okay. So we have number 6, which is, it's 15, but it's number 6, which is all about balance. But this is the Watcher, the snow leopard. This is actually the picture on the box. It's interesting, but this person is watching you. They're watching your every move. Whoever it is that's in your life right now, they're watching you do whatever it is that you're doing, because that's the thing. They're like afraid that you're going to be successful. And if you're successful and they didn't succeed in deterring you from your journey, they feel worthless because of it. But in reality, deterring you from your journey is a projection of how they feel about themselves anyways, because they don't feel worthy of doing something as unique as what it is that you're doing, right? And so that's the thing here, and you're gonna succeed regardless of what goes on. You're gonna succeed. Yeah, Desert Vision Quest and Music Harmony. I love that these two came out on the bottom. So it's like you guys are learning how to connect with Source in a different way. And I said that at the beginning with the Sun card. It's like you guys are learning how to listen in a different way, and that's what the Desert Quest is all about. It's about going out into the desert with just your water bottle and a journal and asking questions to Source or to God or to Spirit or even yourself. Like if you don't believe in anything, asking yourself these questions is very, very healthy, and that's a good thing to do, and you guys can and will find your own answers. And you guys find harmony in yourself and in what it is that you're doing. Let's get into your guys' oracle and see what's up here. Look, we have 6 coming out on this one. So we had 6 with the Watcher down here. It says, be willing to express love to receive love. So you guys, again, coming back into this place, 11:11 on the clock. And it's like you guys are learning how to express love to yourselves in a much more profound way. And not worrying about where everyone else is. And this is bringing you guys prosperity. We have number 39 here, which is 12. Wow, okay. Prosperity Peacock. You guys are bringing a prosperous gain into your life here. And again, we have that with the 10 of coins showing up here. It's like you guys are learning how to bring in abundance to your lives in a way that other people haven't, and you're surrounded in it, and people are just kind of like in awe, like, wow, look at pile 3. You guys have come up into, and not taking it the wrong way, abundance doesn't necessarily mean material gain. Abundance can be anything. Something that makes you happy is abundance. Something that you worked really hard for and you're reaping the benefits and the rewards of it, that's abundance, okay? So remembering that, and I feel like that's why they were saying, like, if it's a weight loss thing or something like that, like, you guys are going to get the prosperity of that, and that's going to make you guys glow up. It's not about your weight loss. What it is it's about how it had affected you energetically. Because your energy is changing. Your energy is altering. And because your energy is altering, now people are kind of, they're not kind of, people are more appreciative of you because you're not just giving willy-nilly to people. Yeah, you're purifying yourself. We have rain purification. Also, drinking more water is very important for you. It's intriguing because you guys, this is energy of like taking a spiritual bath, taking a moon bath, taking a dip in the river, taking a dip in the lake, in the ocean. This is like purifying yourself with the energies of the water and giving thanks for that purification. If you guys aren't near a source of water or body of water, if you're not even able to take a bath, like I don't have the ability to take a bath because I have a stand-in shower. Everywhere I go has a stand-in shower, and so it's not something that it's kind of a luxury I don't get to have. So in cases like that, it's okay. Don't feel like you can't benefit or reap the benefits here. What you need to do is when you take a shower, let the water run on you and imagine all that dirt and that grime and everything as being old energies that no longer serve you, and they're being washed down the drain. And thank You know, thank Source, thank the Goddess, thank whoever it is that you guys talk to or pray to for helping you cleanse your soul and helping you cleanse your spirit. You guys will feel a sense of enlightenment here and being lifted up. Overall, though, you guys are finding new balance with yourself, and loving yourself here is so beautiful. So your guys' new start, your fresh start, is taking care of yourselves when maybe you weren't able to do that before. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys. I hope that that helps. I'm going to leave it there. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.